And speaking of airlines, with summer traditionally a big season for travel, they were expected to fly back into the profit zone, I should say, by now. The deepening recession and weak travel demand, though, has made that unlikely. And the latest round of earnings reports could show some airlines flying into a financial storm. Bloomberg's Sue Keenan has more on this story. Sue?
Well, Matt, so many had predicted the spring and early summer would be the airline industry season back in the sun. And the biggest surprise, analysts say, has been the plunge in that premium business travel, forcing the airlines to discount their prices to fill planes. As a result, analysts say the 5 largest U.S. airlines are now expected to report losses for the second quarter when earnings kicks off this week with American Airlines on Wednesday. Now, independent airline analyst Ray Neidl, he's a veteran of the industry, says, quote, the airline industry has not performed as well as many, including myself, had thought. He says at this point, where the goal for many airlines had been a return to profitability, breaking even is now a best-case scenario. A perfect storm of events continues to hurt the industry, he says. Fuel prices, while far from last year's record, remain volatile. And while airline traffic was predicted to be weak, Neidl says business travel fell by far more than even he predicted. He predicted low teens. It's fallen by high teens. Now, while Neidl predicted no major bankruptcy this year, even he is reconsidering that bankruptcy or consolidation does now lie ahead. A big concern, he says, and many other airline analysts agree, is the airline's dwindling cash balances. He points out that JetBlue and U.S. Airlines have issued more stock. United raised cash by doing a secured bond deal, which essentially used their airline parts as collateral. He says the airlines are trying to get cash any way they can, and without improvement in the economy or the stock market, he says this will be difficult to do, increasing the likelihood of mergers or talk of bankruptcy by year's end. Matt?
Hey, Sue, in the next hour, Carol's going to be talking with Standard & Poor's Jim Corridor on the airlines, with the first of the industry's earnings set to hit the tape on Wednesday. What do we think we're going to hear here?
Well, you know, a lot of it is not going to be great news. Wednesday, as we said, American Airlines reports. Take a look at their stock. Down roughly 60% year-to-date. Continental Airlines down roughly 45%. They report a week from tomorrow. And Delta, which reports a week from Wednesday, its stock down almost 50%. So a lot of bad news for the airlines. You're going to see a few exceptions, like perhaps Southwest Airlines.
All right, Sue, thanks very much.